Hey, what's up my friends? I'm really excited to dive into this video today with you all. I'm going to be sharing about 5 things that you can include into your stream, and you're going to be able to do things like this. Wow. And this.
We pro streamers. Yeah, buddy.
Ooh. And this. I hope that's for my gameplay. And this. And this. Okay, that might have been too many and this is, but let's just move on. Okay, I can't wait to show you how to do this, so let's jump right on in. The link to my Twitch is gonna be in the description below, and I would love to see you stop on by. If you see me live, turn on notifications to know when I go live, and jump in the chat. Ask me questions about what we're about to go over. Let me know where you're at in your streaming setup. If you have any issues trying to set up what we're gonna go over, I would love to be able to help you. Also linked in the description below is my Discord, and in my Discord I have a couple of channels specifically to help streamers with their stream, and some resources that you can freely use. Use them up. I have a bunch of stuff in there and I love adding things that you can add to your channel. Okay, let's dive right on in. There are gonna be a couple of programs that you need to download for what I'm gonna share today. Here is OBS Websocket. This is very important to download because you're gonna need this to communicate with the program Lioranboard that we're gonna download right after this. Make sure that when you install the WebSocket, OBS is not running. After you install the WebSocket, then you can open OBS again. So the link is going to be in the description below. So go to the link. It's going to bring you here, and then you're just going to click this, go to download. That's going to take you to this page. Just navigate all the way down. If you're using Windows like me, or just you can click on the Mac if you're using Mac. I'm just going to click this Windows installer.exe, and that's going to download the installer, and you'll see the tab right down below here. Just continue forward. All right, and then install it. Now we're going to install Lioranboard. Okay, here is Lioranboard. This is the program that pretty much does all the magic. So again, the link is in the description below. Click on that link, and again, just click go to download, and then you're going to click this link right here. That's going to download and show up on the tab here. All right, so now that's in your downloads folder. Let's go ahead and extract all of this. Okay, so now this is the extracted folder, and this is the zip folder. I'm just going to close this one out. So here are the elements of the extracted Lioranboard folder. We're going to navigate to this Lioranboard receiver PC, and here on the receiver.exe, I would just say right click, create a shortcut, and then just put that shortcut on your desktop. Now here we are in OBS. We need to add the Lioranboard Transmitter. So what you're gonna do is go to your scenes. You're gonna click the plus sign. You can name it whatever you want. I'm just gonna abbreviate LB for Lioranboard. Hit OK, and then in that scene, the source you're gonna add is a browser source. Again, you can name it whatever. I'm just gonna click OK to move on. Now, 2 things you could do. You can click this local file, and under the local file you can browse and navigate to wherever you extracted that Lioranboard folder, and then choose the TSL transmitter and hit open. That's what I would recommend. You can also just paste that URL. I found sometimes that doesn't work, so just to be safe, click the Lioranboard, and wherever you have that transmitter, navigate to that and then click OK. So this is just going to be a scene that's sitting within OBS. You never have to touch it, you never have to do anything for it, just let it be. All right, so navigating back to the extracted Lioranboard folder, you want to go to this Lioranboard Stream Deck PC, click on that, and then the streamdeck.exe, make a shortcut. You can right click, create a shortcut, and then let's just drag that on our desktop as well. Alright, so now if you open up this Lioranboard, you may come across this, hit more information, and run it anyways. Lioranboard is going to open, and it's going to ask you if you want to allow access. Go ahead and allow access. And then there is this tutorial that it runs through. You can run through it. It's self-explanatory. Real quick, I'll just go through it. It's welcoming you. Do you wish to go through the tutorial? I'm just going to say yes. It's going to let you know here are the settings for the receiver. Let's go through them. The main thing is this WebSocket right here, this 444. It's normally already set for you. You don't have to do anything. Click next. You can send a list. Just click next. Everything is set. It's good to go. Okay, so you can set Lioranboard to connect to OBS. Go ahead and automatically connect to OBS and to Twitch. Let's click that, and then we're gonna click next. You can set non-blocking connections over. Just click next there. This should be the same frame rate. So depending on whatever your frame rate for OBS is, mine is 60. I'm gonna make that 60 FPS. This button will stop all running buttons and clear. Okay. Click next, and let's accept that. And then it's gonna kind of just show you everything that you have available for you. You can add a new deck, you can edit decks. So these little tabs right here, these are your decks. You can move a deck up and down, and you can remove a deck. So now you can connect your Lioranboard to OBS. You need to have the OBS Websocket. That's why we downloaded that first. So that should be installed in your PC. And you're gonna connect to OBS, and then click next. And then you're gonna want to link your Twitch. So go ahead and open the URL. You're gonna authorize it. Once you authorize it, you're gonna see it turns green and it says token was obtained successfully. So now you can close this out. And as they connect, you're gonna see they turn gray. So the connect to OBS is gray, the link your Twitch is gray, and then there's a green check. And then just click next. It lets you know a few more things, how you can trigger shortcuts and things like that. We're not going to worry about that. Install extensions. We're just going to quickly go through the rest of this. Okay, so for our first creative element that we're going to do, we need to download another plugin, Move Transition. So with plugins only work with OBS Studios. So if you're watching this video and you have Streamlabs OBS, sorry. Okay, so if you have OBS Studios, the link is going to be in the description for this plugin. Just click on it. It's going to take you to this page. You're going to click the download button. Again, depending on which version you have, Macs, Linux, Windows, click the appropriate download button. I'm just going to click the Windows installer zip, and that's going to create a folder right down here. We're going to open that up and just double click that, more information, run. Anyways, right onto my C drive. I already have it, so it's saying that it already exists. And install. Finished. Okay, again, remember when you're installing plugins, you have to have OBS closed and then restart it, or else that plugin won't show up. So now that we have the move transition, that's gonna give us a few more features on our filters. So to make our first creative element, that dramatic zoom, we're gonna add a filter called Move Source to one of our scenes. This scene is gonna be our main scene for our camera. For me, it's my DSLR. So you see on the bottom here, I have my DSLR selected, and within this scene, my source is my camera. That could be your web camera. For me, it's my DSLR. I'm adding this web camera as my source, but we're adding the filter to the scene. So we're gonna right click on the scene where you have your web camera, and we're gonna click on filters, and then we're gonna click this plus sign, and now you should see, because of that move transition plugin, you should see a filter that says move source. So we're gonna click that move source, and you're gonna see that filter in the list. Now don't worry about all this extra stuff. These are other creative elements that I have going on here. That's for another video. So here is the move source that we want to focus on. We're going to click on it, and just going right in order. The first thing we have is our source. You're going to choose the source that's within the scene. That's your camera. The start delay by default 0 milliseconds. Custom delays 300 milliseconds by default. And then the end delay, it may be 0 milliseconds. I've changed it to 600 milliseconds because with that dramatic zoom, you want it to kind of pause and then reset. So that 600 milliseconds for me felt about right. Easing is ease in and out. This is all standard. Here is the transform. This is where we're going to actually create that effect. So if we go to our source, click on your camera, and once you click on it, you should see this red border that's created with some boxes, some small little boxes. Grab one of those boxes and hold down and just stretch it, and then you can just put that position, you know, your face or whatever it is that you're trying to zoom in on, position that in the middle. And then going back to that filter, scroll down to where we were at transform and click this button that says get transform. What that's doing is it's getting all the dimensions, all the numbers for the dimensions that we've just created by stretching out our source. So now going back to that source, click it again, right click it, and we're gonna go to transform and reset transform. Okay, so we want to reset our source, our web camera. If this happens to you to where it resets a little bit smaller, just go ahead, grab the box, and just size it back into place. So now that we've clicked get transform and we have all the positioning, scroll all the way down, and you're gonna make sure an action start trigger is enabled and disabled. Trigger on enable and disable when move is done. Stop trigger non-stop only when the move is done or this filter is disabled. And then next move needs to be reverse. Okay, so now if we want to test this, right now there's a eye icon that's grayed out with a line in it. That's just saying that it's hidden. It's actually there, it's just hidden. So we want to click on it to reveal it, and we see the effect works, and it holds for a second and it goes right back. So we're good to go, and then you're done. If you want to add a sound file to this, as we create this in Lioranboard, Lioranboard only recognizes .ogg files. So you would have to convert your audio file to a .ogg. There are online converters that you can find and use and try it out. So if you have a MP3 version of the sound that you want, just find an online converter, convert it to .ogg, and you'll be straight. Okay, so now we have Lioranboard pulled up, and what you're gonna do is you're gonna click add a new deck, and we're gonna start from scratch. You right click, create a blank button, and then you can name this dramatic zoom. Then create the button, and there's the button there. I already have one created, so I'm going to head on over to mine. Here's my actual dramatic zoom button. It's labeled CP for channel points because I use this as a channel point redemption. So what you're gonna do on your button that you just created, you're gonna right click on it and you're gonna go down. Yours is gonna say add command. Mine says edit command because I already have it created. So you're gonna click that, and then you're gonna click this plus sign, and here on the left, left click on it, scroll down. What we're looking for is filter change visibility. Click there. Source name. Even though it says source name, remember it is the scene that we added this filter to. So we need to click on here and find the scene that we put this on, and this is going to be, for me, it's my DSLR cam that I named that scene. And then within that scene, the filter that we added on that scene was the move source. So we're going to choose move source, and then the filter that we want to enable, we want to make that true. We want to make that true, and then you click done, and then click done, and that should be assigned and working. All right, the next thing we want to do is we want to add that sound file that we got, and we converted it to .ogg. So we're going to right click on the button again, and now we're going to add a sound effect. Again, mine says edit sound effect because I already have it on there, but you're going to add a sound effect, and you're going to find that .ogg file that you found, converted, and downloaded. Wherever you downloaded it, that's what we're going to add here, and then you're going to click done. So the next thing we want to do is add this as a channel point so that your community and your chat can have some fun claiming this as a channel point. So right click once again on the button. We're going to navigate down to Twitch triggers. Yours should say add Twitch trigger. So in your channel points on Twitch, you're going to have to create this channel point and name it. Whatever you name it, it needs to be the exact same wording and lettering here that we're going to do in Lioranboard. So we're going to add that exact same name, and then we're going to click done. So now you have your effect on your button, you have the sound file, the .ogg, and then you have it claimed as a Twitch channel point. Once you click done on everything, I want you to go to your desktop, and you're going to open up that Lioranboard Stream Deck, that shortcut that we created, the second shortcut that we created, Lioranboard Stream Deck. You're going to open that up, and that's going to pull up here. It's going to say selected Stream Deck. Whichever deck that you have, remember these are all your different decks. Whichever one you're working on, it might be number 6 or number 7. I don't know which one you created. Choose that one and then hit connect, and then you should see your button. Okay, if you don't see your button, close it out, start it again, and try to find the deck that you created. So now if you want to try to test this out, you can click that button, and there you go. Next, we're going to add this VST plugin by Reaper to our microphone, and this is going to pitch shift our microphone and make us sound like this.
Is the high voice, is that better now?
Ooh. So click the link in the description below. I have the link to this plugin, and it's going to take you to this page, and you're just going to scroll right down here, and you're going to click the download, whichever one you need, the 32-bit or 64-bit. I'm going to click the 64-bit, and again it's going to download and be right here on the bottom tab. We're going to click this to open it. Go ahead and agree, just click next, download it where you want it to be. I'm installing it to my C drive, and it's complete. Okay, here we are back in OBS, and now that we have that Replugs VST plugin installed, we're going to add that to our microphone. So we head on over to our microphone, click on it, click on filters, and then we're going to click the plus sign, and we're gonna go to VST Plugins, and then it's gonna show up in our list. Please select the plugin. So we're just gonna click on here, and then you're going to choose this RIA.js. I don't know why this thing has so many different names, but open plugin interface, and click the load button, and we're gonna go down to pitch, and then we want super pitch. What we're going to adjust, if you want a really high pitch voice, we're just going to adjust
the second line pitch adjust right here until you like the sound that you want.
If you want a lower sounding voice,
just bring it down, and then that's it.
I'm just gonna leave it up here. Close it out. So every time
this one is activated, when it's not activated, the microphone's regular.
When it's activated, it's high pitched.
So with the pitch change plugin created, did I say that right? The pitch change plugin created, I did. Okay. With the pitch change plugin created, we're gonna go to Lioranboard, and we're gonna create another button, and on that button, we're going to label it high voice. Right click on it, and we're going to add a command. I already have it, so again, mine says edit command. We're going to add a command, and then you're going to click the plus sign, and then we're going to filter change visibility. The source name is going to be your microphone. The filter name is going to be that VST plugin, or if you renamed it high voice or whatever you called it, we're gonna choose that, and then we're going to make it true. Okay, so now we move to the left. This second icon right here, we're just gonna duplicate this filter that we just created, and now we're gonna make it false because we're gonna turn it off. And let's say we're gonna turn it off after 20 seconds. So this is milliseconds, so you're gonna have to put 20,000. 20,000 is 20 seconds. Now we want to be able to hear when this plugin is activated and our voice has that high pitch. So in the Lioranboard, again, we're going to click the plus sign. This time, all the way on the left, we're gonna choose change audio monitor type. For the source name, we're gonna click in there, and we're gonna just start typing our microphone. For me, that's my stream mic. And then for the monitor type, we're going to choose monitor only. Next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna duplicate this so that we can turn it off when the plugin turns off. So another way that you can duplicate is all the way on the left, there's a checkbox. You select it. On the bottom, it says copy all selected. And then you can click this paste icon here. So now we have another duplicate of it, but this time for the monitor type, we're gonna say none. That means we're gonna turn it off, and we're gonna turn it off after 20,000 milliseconds, which is 20 seconds. Click done, and you're done. Again, if you want to test this out, you need to open up the Lioranboard Stream Deck. That's how you test these buttons out, is through the Stream Deck, not the actual Lioranboard receiver. All right, the last thing I'm gonna share with you is probably the most easiest, but definitely the most fun. My chat absolutely loves to use this, and it's the kick effect. So in the description below, I'm actually gonna give you the video file that I created to pull this off, but you could use whatever you want. I've seen streamers use fist punches, ninja swords, karate chops. You can just figure out whichever one you want to use. It just needs to be a transparent background. So really quickly, I'm hoping that you know how to add a source by now to OBS? If not, let me know in the comments. Under the scene, in the sources, click the plus sign, and you're actually gonna add a media source. My Brooklyn accent. A media source. There we go. Once you add the media source, you're going to click the browse button and navigate to wherever you saved that video file. Make sure you uncheck loop and then click OK. So now that we have the kick video as a source in OBS, we're gonna go to Lioranboard, and just like we've been doing, we're gonna create a brand new button for this new effect. So I already have my button created. You're gonna create a new button, and then on that button, you're gonna right click and you're gonna add a command. For me, I already have it. I'm gonna edit the command. So I'm gonna click this plus sign, and what we're looking for is source change visibility. On the left, source change visibility, and then the scene name. Where did we add, what scene did we add this video in? For me, it was my DSLR Cam 2. And then the source, which is that video, is going to be the kick vid, and then we're going to make it true, and it's going to activate immediately. Now we want to duplicate this so that we could turn it off. So we're going to navigate all the way to the left, check the box all the way to the left. We're going to copy the selected source, click that paste. So now we have two versions of this, and go all the way to the right where it says visible, make it false. And this video is only about 3 seconds, so we're gonna do 3000 because it's millisecond. 3000, click done, and click done, and pull up your Lioranboard Stream Deck to test it. I gotta stop. All right, well, that was fun, and I was really excited to share all that with each and every one of you. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below. I'll love to answer them. And another friendly reminder, I stream on Twitch, so if you catch me live, jump in the chat, ask me questions there, or I would love to just get to know you a little bit more. If you enjoyed the video, consider giving a like, a subscribe, and I so appreciate each and every one of you. All right, until next time, later. Came in all nice and sweet with the, oh man, my ornament fell. My ornament fell. Wow. Okay, buddy. Are we done or are we finished?